the topic from our next Facebook person, from Kayla. Hey, girl. She said, she said, when to let a relationship go. When you've done all you can do and you've given all you could, the whole what's love got to do with it, you still kick them to the curb and you just go. Enough is enough. So, ladies, when do you say when?
When you cheat, first time. That's enough.
That's it? You're done?
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap for you?
That's a wrap for me.
My thing is, and viewers, I may be wrong, there's different variations of cheating, right?
Yes.
So what exactly do you consider cheating? Because your definition of cheating may be different from Janae's definition of cheating. So what's your definition of cheating? Is it the act of even looking? Because to some people, browsing and just saying, oh my gosh, that person is hot, and essentially having sex with your eyes is cheating. Or some people say if you talk to another person on the phone and that's not your mate, that's cheating. Or the ultimate, having sex with someone else is cheating. Or touching someone, even if it's you're touching someone in a mere conversation. I talk with my hands, so I get in trouble for that a lot. Even with a girl, I talk with my. I'm a touchy person. Some people consider that cheating. So what's cheating for you?
My definition for cheating is if you're on the phone with another female and having a kind of conversation me and you're supposed to have. And if you of course we do the little, that's cheating. I wouldn't call cheating if he looking at another girl. He gonna look, he a boy.
Do you look? You're a girl.
Yeah.
So we look. We're human.
Yeah.
So my thing is, okay, what do you mean by conversations that me and you supposed to have? What does it?
He asking the female, oh, I thought I was supposed to see you today, or we gonna go out, stuff like that.
Do you agree with her?
Yes.
Okay, see me, I'm gonna be honest, I don't. There are only two people in the world, males and females. And to be quite honest, me, I've never been that girl to get along with a lot of females. Maybe it's because I was the only girl for the longest time till my sister popped up out of nowhere. It was just me and the boys. So my conversations weren't really a whole lot of Barbies. It was G.I. Joe, basketball. I got a new sore on my leg. So those are the things that I'm used to. So that's where I get dinged in every relationship. Well, you're always having all these conversations with boys. Why don't you hang with girls? That's cheating. To me, that's not cheating. I mean, you guys can tell me if you think I'm wrong.
I can agree, but I'm understanding both sides. I have.
I'm offended.
Yeah, I am, because certain things is considered cheating to me in my book, and some things aren't.
So what part of? All right, let's just hit it on the head. If I have a conversation with a guy and I say, "Hey, how was your day?" Would you consider that cheating?
No.
Okay, now to me, a conversation that's cheating is, "Hey,
come over. Yeah,
would it be like
right?
what you doing?"
Is your man that's cheating right there? Your girl sitting next to you.
Oh, we can't talk.
Yeah,
Right, see,
sneaky.
that's my whole thing. If I gotta sneak and, if I can't sit there and say, hey, what's going on? Yeah, I'm sitting here watching TV with my fella. You did what today? That's, to me, that's not cheating.
Simple conversation. That's simple. I'm talking about, going into, real detail, oh, I miss you, or when you coming back over here, stuff like that.
So you meaning cheating by getting more emotionally intimate?
Yes.
See, that's what I needed you to say.
Sorry.
Because you can't just see me. I'm sorry. Like I said, that was advocate. You can't just say, oh, you're cheating because you're talking to a boy on the phone. Half of the people in my Rolodex are male. And at any given day, if you pick up my phone, it's going to be a male. On the other end, besides JP, hey, girl. And Nikki and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's a male. You may frequently see my mate calling me because that's my mate. He's going to call me more frequently. We're going to text back and forth more frequently. So for me, cheating is, of course, the ultimate. No! That one. I don't like the intimate conversations because I am fiercely jealous.
Me too.
I'm fiercely jealous, and I have a really you guys don't know this, but I have a really bad temper. I'm a Scorpio. I have a really, really, really bad temper. And it can get bad. It can get bad for you. So the intimate conversations I don't do well with. The hiding of the conversations I don't like. The hiding of the text messages. Even the hiding of the Facebook. Because I'm finding that more people are using Facebook as their
Cheating?
yeah, their what do you call it? Their internet black book.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that. Everybody on my Facebook page I actually know. I've either met in person or worked with. I just want to meet up with some friends that I haven't seen since kindergarten. I found, hey Stacy, found her, my bestest friend from kindergarten. That's what Facebook is to me. Linking up with friends that I lost. I'm not trying to date. So, how do you feel about Facebook?
I feel the same way. Like, I don't like it.
I don't like it either. That's why, like I said, I don't know anything about Twitter because I feel like it's the same. I feel like it's the same thing. Like, Twitter is just Facebook on speed dating.
Right.
See, and you're on Twitter, so can you clue me in? Is that exactly how it is? Is my perception correct?
Kinda.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Now you're backing down. Why is it not like that then?
Well, some people abuse it, and some people use it the right way. Everybody don't come off with you like, oh, I want to talk to you. So, it's like 50-50.
How about you, Janae? What's your take on Facebook and Twitter?
I disagree.
You disagree or agree?
No, I disagree.
Why do you disagree?
Because, like, a person having Facebook, or Twitter, or whatever you want to call it, whatever, however you socialize on the internet. It's socializing. My thing is, if you with somebody, you have to trust them. That's the foundation. If you can't trust your man or your woman, it's not about Twitter, it's not about Facebook. It's deeper than that. It's insecurity. So you have to come in with yourself together. You can't go in dolled up and babied up and Barbied up, as everyone would use. Like, they look good, but in the inside, they have these skeletons and they have these issues, and then they're putting like, oh, well, you're on Facebook and you're talking to this girl, and if you have insecurities, just ask, hey, who is this person? You have to trust your significant other. They say it's just my friend.
Okay.
Just a friend. So,
But a lot of times they lie.
Yeah, they do lie. But then guess what? Everything is in the dark comes to light.
And it does.
If a person is cheating, all you got to do is sit back.
And wait.
A guy, I'm sorry to say, they're the worst cheaters.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. You are.
Because
it comes.
And I don't want to take this the wrong way or make a U-turn, make a left. But when I was growing up, I had an older cousin. And she always said, if a male changes his routine, he's doing something he ain't got no business.
They have a pattern.
We can constantly call you and constantly see you, constantly do things for you like we did when we were just with you by ourselves. But we can do it and cheat on you and you never know it.
Yeah, 'cause 9 times out of 10, their pattern does change. And I'm sorry, guys, you don't realize, but every guy that I've been with has a pattern. And as soon as that pattern changes, I'm a woman, I come to you and say, your pattern's changed. What are you talking about? You being paranoid. I'm like, why are you being so defensive?
Right.
Why are you antagonizing me? Come on, cut the crap. Right. Either you're going to leave, or what's good? Do you really want me to sit here and play detective? Do I really have to go through
And you
this?
shouldn't have to. So that's why I say it's not about, to me, personally, my opinion, everybody's opinion is different. Mine's is totally opposite. You have a Facebook, you have a Twitter. I'm not on my Emmanuel Hudson woman's vindictive ways of trying to find out. Like, I don't have to do that. If I'm with you, I need to trust you. If I cannot trust you, I'm 23. I'm not that old, but I'm old enough. I'm not 16. If I can't be with you, I can't be with you. No, let's not waste my time, because my time is valuable. And if you can't do that, you can't respect that, keep it moving, because somebody else is willing to take your place, and I can do better by myself with or without you. That's just how I carry it.
So. All right. I think we just got schooled, Raven.
I know I did.
All right. Yeah, we were talking about cheating, and Janae kindly schooled me and Raven. We had to go like that.
Pretty bad. I was like, for a minute. Like, real.
Speechless.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you stole the topic away, man. I mean, I guess in a sense, does love even matter?
I mean, love does matter, but I mean, I'm a type of person, like I said, I'm not young anymore. I don't let no man validate me. I validate myself. So love it's important, but you gotta come in loving yourself first. If you can't love yourself, can nobody else love you? Because you are incomplete. You have to be complete with yourself before you can let someone love you or you should love someone else back. So I mean, love does matter. Money matters.
What do you mean, money?
Matters.
What's money? Come on.
Money, like, you can't say I'm taking on a date and we going to McDonald's and I'm getting a kids meal. No, we're not.
That doesn't work for you.
No.
You don't like the dollar menu?
Oh yeah, when I'm working on a budget. When I'm on a budget, but I mean, people. I had people coming to me when I was little and when I grew up, and it was like, yo, when you was little, y'all, I couldn't stand you.
Why?
Said the same thing. They're like, you're you're just too bougie. I don't know how they figure that.
What does that mean?
I don't. I guess they think you're better. I guess they think you're carrying yourself better than they are. Or I really think it's just jealous. I think they envy you and hit you at the same time. Where they want to be you, but they know they can't be do the way you do it.
The thing that trips me out, okay, I like to read. And from reading, you know, that expands your vocabulary. So I tend to try to use the words that I've learned in my cordial conversations. And then you can have people say, oh, you're bougie, or you think you're white. Okay. How? Just because I like to read?
Right, and you like to do things the right way.
And I'm expanding my vocabulary?
Right.
How about just get on my level? If you want me to go back, get on my level, you know, do that. And then we can have a interactive conversation and you won't feel that I'm being white or that I'm being bougie. Right. But back on what Janae said, money and love. This is where I stand. My mother taught me at like 15 about credit score. I've been building my credit score since then. Yes, you know, because I intend to buy a house very soon, even though I'm relatively young. I'm young. So what? Because my mom taught me that. So my thing is, if you're going to come and ride this bus, you need to be doing the same thing. You need to have the same ambition. I'm not saying the same exact goals because opposites, do attract. And I do like my opposites, and I do like the bad boy. I'm sorry. But, you know, that's what I told Lori. I like the bad boy. But I like the bad boy with some smarts. You know, you can have a hustler's mentality and know what to do with it if you put it
in the right places.
In the right places. So that's my whole take on it. But what does love have to do with that? Sometimes love, for me, gets a little lost when it comes time for responsibility. I'm a very responsible person. So if I find that you're being really irresponsible, I can come down on you like a ton of bricks. And a lot of times men said I'm emasculating them, but I don't feel like I'm emasculating you. I feel like I'm pushing you to build yourself up. If you can't handle the pressure. So that's just my take on it. How about you? What does love got to do with it for you?
I just thought about that Tina Turner song.
What's love got to do?
Wow. I say love has a lot to do with it, but at the same time it doesn't. If you love somebody, you love them. And sometimes you can't let them go because you love them so much. So I think love got a lot to do with it.
Okay. She's playing the emotional side. We were playing the logic side. Okay, if I'm going to play devil's advocate.
So, like, I don't understand. So y'all saying, like, if a person doesn't have money, then you can't love them? Or if they don't have as much money as y'all do, well, I do, I can't love them?
Okay, that's what I was about to say, playing devil's advocate. I wouldn't say that I can't love a person who makes less than me or that has fallen on hard times, because I too have fallen on hard times, being broke college student, not having a job, and then having that support system to back me up, which was at that time a man. So my thing is this: if we're in it together, we're in the trenches together, okay, and all of a sudden my luck turns around and you fall, I wouldn't feel like not being a strong, independent black woman if I took care of you. However, there are some provisions. You better appreciate it, because let the tables have turned, I would have shown you appreciation. That's catering, cooking, being nanny if you need me to, just to show you, like, I appreciate the mere fact that you're still here. I'm flat broke, and primarily you're taking care of me. So I'm not going to sit here and say I want to take care of someone, because I don't. We're grown, and I don't want to re-raise anyone, and I don't want anyone to re-raise me. However, I can be that strong backbone, because I do love you, and I do want what's best for you, and I feel like me being here is what's best for you. However, if it comes a time that I feel like usury is being involved, then that's when the money becomes a bigger issue than love, because it's like, are you here with me because you love me and yes, you're going under hard times, or are you here with me because I'm convenient and I have that money that you right now need? So in turn, if you get yourself together, is it going to be easier for you to walk out the door because you love me and I have been that much of a big deal for you? So it to me, the scale kind of tips. That's where I stand. What about you, Janae?
Yep. I'm just floored. So, I mean, I agree. I'm not saying you can't love a person, they don't have money, but I'm sorry. To me, when I see you, I gotta see some potential. You can't just be like bummed out, pantsing off your butt, hair not done. Like, that's bad sway. That's not good. I don't want nobody just being broke and don't want to have nothing to live for. Being broke, being on hard times is different when you're trying to get back on track. But when you just bummed out, you don't want to go to school, you don't want to work, you want to sit on my chair and watch NFL stars all day and eating chips, and no, that's what I mean by having something. Money is important. Anyone can say what they want, but money is very important in a relationship. And looking and reading up studies, that is a big common reason why people marriages
get divorced,
relationship fails, because it's like, I don't want to work, I don't have the money, and then the stress plays into part, and then it becomes more personal. So money does have a point, credit has a point, because you take this person's name, you had just as much as his credit score than what you had before. Like, it's a partnership. People have to understand that when you get with somebody,
it's not just you.
It's just not you. It's not just he looks good, but you now taking his name. If you take his ring, take his last name, you're taking his name. You're taking what he has. So if he
his debt,
you got a bag of debt, because you are now his. You're married to this person.
You're one.
Yeah. So I mean, I agree, but then I'm just sorry, I can't deal with a person who just not gonna do nothing for themselves. I just can't.
Okay, so to sum it all up, because we schooled you guys. To sum it all up, we love you. Yay, love. The essential woman mushy. We got that. However, the new proactive woman is saying we need the credit score. We need a strong black man who wants to be a provider, not just a moocher, to be the biggest foundation of this family. We need you to be the leader. But however, I can put on those big boy pants and lead myself. I have no problem with doing that. But you better be appreciative of it, because not a lot of females can do it. So if you have a strong black woman who is capable of it, who's showing you her emotional side and also showing you that testosterone, as you so put it, we can do it to appreciate her. And hey, we'll see where it happens. Give us a second and I'll be right back. So I had fun this time. People, yes, you guys actually listened to me. I said I wanted people to talk to you, and you gave me people. So, if you want us to talk about some of your topics, could you please email us some fun facts or the things that you would like for us to talk about? Either email us or Facebook us, We like to do the things. Make this more interactive. So, find us. You can look up Henry Manning. So I had fun this time. People, yes, you guys actually listened to me. I said I wanted people to talk to you, and you gave me people. So, if you want us to talk about some of your topics, could you please email us some fun facts or the things that you would like for us to talk about? Either email us or Facebook us, We like to do the things. Make this more interactive. So, find us, J. Nicole Angel Show on Facebook, and just write us and let us know some of the topics that you would like for us to talk about. More fun. So, until next time, see you guys same time next week.